Dave's Island Instruments, and we did a rust test recently, and here's my little chart. So we started on February 1st, and on the 4th, February 1st we added like water just to see what would happen with water. On the 4th, with a little asterisk there, I decided to start adding salt water, lemon juice, and then just regular waters on the back side, so I have everything taped off here. And then I finished doing that every day. I would spray a little salt water, spray a little lemon juice, spray water on the drums every day for 14 days. We got some results. But then on the 14th, took some time off and just let them sit out in the environment for the rest of the month. Today's the 28th of February. So anyway, so you can kind of see the results here. This is our clarity finish that we do on our Luna handpans at DII. This is a sample of the nitrided steel. And you can see nitrided steel on the back looks pretty good still. It didn't do so well with the salt water, and it had all sorts of weird stuff happen with the lemon juice, with the acid. Here's the plain steel with Frog Lube. So this is just plain steel with, we added Frog Lube to it. So the Frog Lube did a pretty good job of repelling the water on the back. It didn't do so good with salt water, and I had some interesting results with the acid, lemon juice. And then this is our kind of our control. This is our plain steel, just raw steel that I burned, and you can see that it's fairly rusty. The salt water really got to it, lemon juice got to it. So our next step is I'm going to take off the tape, and I'm going to clean them off a little bit so we can kind of see what they look like after we clean them off just a bit.
To impress, I don't amount to much, or you're worthless. And now you're asking why I hang around. Indeed, these faults are easily found.
Alright, so now I'm going to take some water, and I'm going to spray it onto the shells just to clean them off a little bit, get the dust off of them, so we can see more clearly how each shell turned out. There you go. Okay, so this one turned out pretty good. This is our powder coated clarity coat that we put on our hand pans. And I see a little bit of rust here on the edge. I don't know if you can see that, but it probably developed from the edge of the steel rather than through the coat here. Yeah, and then it got on the bottom. I see a little discoloration there, but I'm not sure what that is, if it was due to the acid or not. And this is the nitrided steel. As you can see, this part where it was just water still looks pretty good. So it repelled the water really well, but obviously the salt really got to it, and the acid really discolored it like crazy. Here's our plain steel with Frog Lube. So the Frog Lube on the back side, you can still see that it repelled the water pretty well. It did just a little bit of rust here and there, but overall it did a great job. I'm impressed. But of course salt water ate through it like crazy, and the acid went through it as well and discolored it and took off a lot of the bluish color that was there. And then of course use our control, just regular plain steel, stuck there. And it didn't do so well, has a lot of rust everywhere. So I was really fascinated with the acid. I thought the acid was going to create rusting, but it seems like the acid just removed color. It etched it. So I thought that was fascinating. And I really thought that rust was going to develop over time too, but it doesn't seem like rust developed. It just kind of etched into the steel and did some weird stuff to it. So anyway, clarity coat looks really good. I think my second bet would be like nitrided steel, Frog Lube, I'm not a huge fan of Frog Lube because sometimes it gets sticky on my fingers. So even though it repelled the water really well, it sometimes can be sticky. And of course, that's just plain steel. So I would say winner, second winner, third winner. Woohoo! All right, day 4. So I've decided to add a little fun to the mix. So we're gonna not only use tap water, but now I'm gonna spray the drum with salt water. And I'm also gonna rub a little lemon juice on there. So we've got salt and acids to see and experiment with. So you can see each of these: salt water, lemon, and just H2O for water. So here we go, it'll be interesting. All right, day 5. Salt accumulated over here, and the lemon didn't seem to do much here. You can see the dried lemon juice. And then the water, you just see droplets and dust and stuff on this shell. Now here we go, this is interesting. The nitrided steel, you definitely see some rusting appearing here now where we put the salt water. Over here on the lemon juice, this is very fascinating. It changed the color of the steel. So the blue color that appeared when we burned it, it kind of like ate through the blue color. So that's fascinating. And then the water, I think this is some spray from the salt water. The water just looks pretty good. I don't see any issues just with water. We got Frog Lube. This is where the salt water was. You see some salt accumulated here, and you do see some rust down here. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with Frog Lube. Didn't really eat away at it too much. And then the lemon juice, oh, definitely ate through the Frog Lube. So acid definitely goes through that. As far as the water is concerned, looks pretty good still. And then of course our plain steel control here. You can see the salt water is really eating away here. Lemon juice really started eating away at it too. And then the water, you just kind of see some general rust occurring all over the place. There you go. I'm going to do a quick rust test. Well, not quick. A prolonged rust test with these shells here. Here we've got the Clarity Coat Handpan shell. It's powder coated clear, so you can see the sign there. And here we've got nitrided steel, and it's been burned blue. Here we've got plain steel, which is raw steel, but we put Frog Lube on it. And then here we've just got plain old steel that's been burned. So it's just plain old burned steel. So these are some variations that you see out in the handpan market. So I just wanted to do a test to see how everything works out. Give